Ew. Hey everyone, happy Sunday fun day. Welcome back to our weekly live stream where we get to hang out with you. If you're joining us real time at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, coming to you live from Otter Creek, Florida. Jeremy usually likes to start the live off with a song. Take it away, Jeremy. A one.
Usually I have
two,
karma.
3, 4.
But Shara's giving the karma out
Oh
today.
my goodness.
We'll get to it.
We've said it before. She is going to be the greatest witness.
Now, we already had the evidence. We already alluded to it this week. And then the walruses and Deuce himself tried to deny it. Let's all figure out what the spin's going to be tonight.
Oh goodness.
Well, I got karma to my left. I got karma to my right. I got karma every day, and I've got karma every night. So when the liars are lying about you because of their jealousy and hate, just keep on winning while they're spinning the lies they propagate. Here's one for the stalkers that took their markers and put the signs around the town, and one for the deuce that the judge of truth laughs and turns him down. I got karma to my left, I got karma to my right. I got karma every day, and I've got karma every night. When the lies are lying about you because of their jealousy and hate, keep on winning while they're spinning the lies they propagate.
It's pretty sickening.
Well, here's one for the trolls who went to jail, and one for the crooks that are out on bail, and one for the fans of What the Hales who love to see these fools fail. I got karma to my left, I got karma to my right. I got karma every day, and I've got karma every night. When the liars lying about you because of their jealousy and hate, keep on winning while they're spinning the lies they propagate.
Which gets debunked.
What'd you say? Debunked!
Debunked.
I got everybody now. I got karma to my left, and I got karma to my right. I got karma every day, and I've got karma every night. When the lies are lying about you because of their jealousy and hate, keep on winning while they're spinning the lies they propagate.
That gets debunked by The Voice.
The funniest part is when Lynette literally debunks
Her
their
own
lies
PR team.
on their live streams. Oh my goodness. Seriously, I mean, Lynette has debunked them so many times this past week. And the lies just keep going, and the nose
Just
keeps on growing. Wow. Okay.
Hey, Kasha.
Wow. I need a drink.
Wawa Weewa is right. Wawa Weewa. Thank you, Greg of Scotland. Scotland's
Woo!
in the house.
So I bought a storage unit this week, and we are definitely getting into court stuff. But here's the karma, which I want to be so very clear, because there are so many people that go, Jeremy, you don't understand karma. Karma is only bad. And there are other people that go, Jeremy, you don't understand karma. Karma's only good. And there are other people who go, Jeremy, you say you're a Christian. There is no such thing as karma. Listen, I understand what karma is, and I understand the roots to karma, and I understand the
You also understand sarcasm.
I also understand Buddhism and the Asian and the karma and the yin and the yang, and that has nothing to do with Christianity whatsoever. I get that 100%. Sarcasm. I'm literally making fun of them. I am making fun of them because that's where I find joy in all of the chaos. I do not believe in karma whatsoever. I do believe in God's sovereignty, his control. And so in the aspect of God's sovereignty and his blessings and his control, Charlene, who is the B&B housekeeper, she had mentioned to me, she said, Jeremy, do you have any 9-drawer dressers? I really need a 9-drawer dresser. And I was like, man, I probably do. Although I just gave Kevin the cook a lot of stuff because he's taking the big bulk stuff and selling that at the flea market for us so that we don't have to be at the flea market particularly and be recognized or spend time there. You know, we don't want people to know where we're at, these psychotic people. What it comes right down to is it's part of a safety and security protocol. We can't let people know where we're at or our safety and security is compromised. And so for bigger items, we can't sell those on Whatnot. So I only bought the unit because I noticed there was a dresser in there for Shirlene. That's it. So when people are always going, Jeremy, you know the best units, they're filled with money. It was filled with gold and silver, and you're going to see more of that tomorrow in the hidden jewelry chest. And God have blessed yet again.
Remember when I told you I needed a dresser for my clothes at the ranch?
And then we bought the one in Tampa.
The rich bankers unit?
It was the rich banker unit. No clue. Bought it because of the dressers. That was it.
Yes.
That was it.
So maybe you should start buying every unit with dressers in it because those seem to be...
I typically stay away from units with dressers.
I know, but we got Kevin. Kevin's got your back now. Ain't that right, Kevin?
I don't like big furniture. I like smalls. So, but I only bought it because I wanted to help Shirlene. And if those of you are going, man, you're charging your housekeeper? No. Although, so Shirlene, I told Shirlene, I said, I'll just drop it off. You can have it. She's like, I'm a paying customer. And I went, no, you're not. I'm paying you. Ma'am. I'm paying you. And I went, this is your bonus, whether you like it or not. So I actually dropped that off to her and her husband earlier this afternoon. So they're going to have some fun with it, switch out some of the legs on the dressers, and they'll have a good time with that. And God is blessed yet again with more gold and silver and items. Well, you'll even see more items in tomorrow's video that will be used in the B&Bs, which are going to be a ton of fun, and then also that we can sell. And speaking of the B&Bs, we are getting to the point where we're almost ready to share the link where you can start booking. Probably another week, maybe 2 weeks, and then we'll start actually sharing those links. And part of the fun of that is going to be a self-guided treasure hunt where you are actually going to be able to get and find in the treasure hunt. This is what the Hale silver. That is real silver there. That's a grain of silver and certified as well on the back. And this will be part of the treasure hunt. Now, we also have some gold. Yes, we have what the Hale's gold as well.
If you're looking for the gold, we got it.
We have gold, but that's not the only place you can find these things. Where else can they find them, George?
They actually launched this week. They're available in our Buy It Now store, which if you have no idea what that means and you haven't downloaded the Whatnot app yet, what the hells are you waiting for? We've included the link in the live chat. If you're tuning in, I've pinned the link for you to download the Whatnot app. It's free to download. And if it's your first time downloading the app and you haven't made a purchase, you should automatically get a $15 credit. It's like free money, you guys. And tonight we're giving away $100. Do you want to share what we're giving away?
An Amazon gift card.
No, what we have in our hand.
Yes, we're giving away.
No, it's Walmart because it's in our hand. We fixed it. This is what we're giving away tonight.
We're giving away $100 to the Wally World.
Yes.
Oh, you know what I would get with $100 at Walmart?
A bunch of, I don't know. What would you get?
Hold a second.
What would you get?
That's a great question. I would get $100 items.
Oh, I know what you would get.
Yes, show them. Show them.
I know exactly what we get. Also in our Buy It Now is our reusable What the Hale's Very Kool-Aid drink pouch, because people are always saying that people drink Jeremy's Kool-Aid. So here's your chance to get a What the Hale's reusable pouch. It'll also come with one of these clear holders that we have found in a storage unit. And I'm pretty sure he would use the $100 gift card to buy more of his favorite drink mixes, which is debunked berry mixed with lemonade. That's available in our Buy It Now as well. Also, for the month of February, this year we've decided to launch a Blame Jeremy series, because why not blame everything on Jeremy? Everything's Jeremy's fault, right? So for the month of February, the new excuse and reason to blame Jeremy is if you've run out of aluminum for your tinfoil hat, just blame Jeremy. And it comes with February's calendar along with March's calendar. It's only limited for the month of February, and then you can collect each one every month. And at the end of the year, you'll have an entire What the Hales Blame Jeremy calendar for 2025. So new year, new ideas, new buy it now ideas as well. Props goes out to Deanna. Her and I were brainstorming. I give her an idea, she runs with it, and this is what she comes with. Masterpieces. So that's available in our buy it now. Another thing that's available in our buy it now are these cute little Valentine's gnomes. That's available. You'll get a random one picked.
Is what I would buy with $100.
You can also get a I Will Walrus You a walrus gift bag set for Valentine's Day as well. That's available in our buy it now.
Oh, yeah.
You can also get cell phone holders.
I have a feeling we're doing a Disney auction tonight. Might as well put that on now.
We are. I thought you forgot.
I don't forget anything.
Forgot. And then you can get a cell phone holder. You put your cell phone in it. You lay it on the table, and it becomes hands-free. That comes with a complimentary macaroni and cheese crayon, along with a booklet, an activity booklet where you can connect the dots. And it says, I simply do not have enough crayons to explain this to you, along with a fun word search.
Hey, Deanna, I'm sure that George didn't put these shirts yet in the whatnot. Can you go ahead, 3X and 2X?
I did not.
So, there's been a lot going on today, Deanna. Okay. And I'm letting everybody on Facebook know as well, because we're not live streaming to Facebook anymore, which we are going to create. Again, I keep saying this, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know when the time is right, but we will be creating a brand new Facebook, and you can actually get these Disney shirts tonight that I would buy with $100. That's what I would get with $100 right there.
$100.
That's what I would buy if I had $100.
All right.
If I had $100.
Same size as D. D knows what to do.
2X and 3X. She's in the 3X, I'm in the 2X.
Yeah.
Or are we?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have this whole craziness of Scott. Okay, let's back up.
There's so much going on.
Who dodged their deposition first?
Aside from Lynette and Crook?
Well, that happened many times.
Yeah.
Who else dodged their depositions these past couple weeks?
Let's see. Marley. Well, first let's start off with Fleesa.
Yeah. So we got Fleesa Flea, rap
Policy.
But she emailed the attorney the day before to tell him she was going to dodge, so she left proof that she dodged
How
it
dumb.
and that she was
How
served.
dumb. How dumb.
And that she
admit
knew
you're
about
served.
it.
You admit you know about it. You leave a trail. How dumb
Well,
can
you know
be?
who else took that route?
Well,
Marley. She emailed and left proof.
So here's the interesting part. Marley would have been okay, except she posted all over the internet that she was not coming no matter what. So what happened is the court reporter was ill. We could not get a replacement court reporter. And here's what really happened. Mm-hmm. And everybody wants to know, did Russ the Sus show up for his deposition? And the answer is...
He don't do emails, so...
I don't do depositions. I don't do depositions.
He don't do emails. He don't do depositions.
He tells my legal team that his lawyer will be in contact with him. He does not have a lawyer. Deuce has told every single one of them to do the same thing, which is incriminating themselves. They will be held accountable. Now, I want you to really understand what I'm saying here, because every time I tell you something is going to happen, it happens. It happens.
9 out of 10 times, not all
Now,
the time.
now I can think of, like, I said I would be shocked if the magistrate didn't add the other defendants, and the magistrate didn't add the other defendants. So that didn't happen. Okay, what else? What else hasn't happened? But they will be held accountable in court. So now you have contempt of court. They legally must show.
On 3 people.
And you have sanctions. They're going to have to pay all my legal fees for my attorney to be a part of that. And this will all be pursued in court. Deuce has told every single one of them, do not show. Tell them you're not a defendant, you're not a plaintiff, you have nothing to do with it.
You don't have to be a plaintiff or defendant.
You've already seen how horrible the world's worst lawyer, best lawyer that I've never paid, and how he has screwed up again and again and again and again. And
so I have a question. I'm not a defendant or a plaintiff on the federal case, but Deuce announced to the planet that he was going to depose me.
And then,
remember,
like a little coward.
and then he changed his mind, but then he's twisting it as saying, "Well, I've postponed it for a later date," which that later date has now
gone.
expired.
He can't.
So, what would have happened if I told Deuce I wasn't going to come? That I don't do depositions to him in my most southern accent.
I ain't a plaintiff, and I ain't a defendant.
Bruce would have been typing up that motion so quick and tattletaling to the judge.
He would have been like, George is scared of me. Well, yeah, you're a chauvinistic, narcissistic moron who aligns himself with felons and complete and total scam artists and people who are guilty of fraud. Yeah, I would say she'd have a reasonable, any reasonable person would go, there's something not right here. Interesting. Except I don't think Deuce has ever gotten in a verbal altercation with an Arabic woman. And I don't think he has any idea what that's like. Never.
Or a Cuban woman.
Oh boy, try having one of them on either side of you on any time when you're on the phone. And I literally just want to go, will you two shut up? But I don't. I go, yeah, I can't hear whatever you're saying right now. I got two women speaking in my ear, which that actually happened this week.
We were trying to help. We were just simply trying to help.
So at any rate, I don't think he's ever experienced anything. By the way,
it looks like Tug is in the chat. We're so glad you're okay, Tug. You had us worried there.
So I say all of that out of humor and love.
So Candace brings up a good point. Is that considered witness tampering?
In what way? That he's
telling them, hey, you don't have to show
Candace, you're getting ahead of yourself again. There are some cards that we show when we want to show them, and now's not the time, Candace. Now's not the time, but there will be a time, Candace. You know there will be a time.
Well, we have proof that he has intimidated witnesses.
Well, isn't this interesting that there's an entire live stream out there calling me a liar, stating that, no, that Stark never lied. So Stark, the only one who is a lawyer, not a very good one by any stretch of the imagination, he's the only one that actually shows because he knows he will be held in contempt and he will be sued for sanctions, and he's already being sued for sanctions. Deuce got him into this huge mess.
Yeah.
And so he's being sued for sanctions already. Now, that being said, yesterday's video, and here's another funny part. These people are so ignorant. Yesterday's video, they're like, he's lying. That's not happening, because I talk about the February 5th hearing. That was videoed a week ago, before Judge Davis granted the continuance. They have no concept of a totality of a video, when it's done, what's said, what the timeline is,
you can't
the
assume
stupidity.
That videos are dropped the same day. They're all pre-recorded.
We don't live stream every day. Live stream equals, I say this, please understand, I say this all the time. This is not targeted towards anybody who we love. Live streaming equals laziness, pure and simple. Okay, it is very easy. That's why we do it on Sunday. Sunday's the day off. So live streaming is easy. All you do is you press go live, and when you're done, you go stop.
There's less effort. There's less effort. That's a nice
laziness. Now, when you're a journalist, you're a reporter, you're digging into a case, and you're bringing all of these facts, and you're communicating them with the people, and the people are asking you questions, and you have all the answers. That's not laziness. That's hard work. You've done preparation. You're going live. But for 99% of YouTubers, what they want to do is they just want to go live because
kind of like
it's
the
laziness,
two fleas.
which is all they do. It's complete and total laziness because making actual long-form content, which is what YouTube calls it, long-form content, and pre-recorded content, it takes work and a lot of hard work, okay? Now, there's a lot of hard work that goes into investigating these with other channels, and we appreciate them and we love them. Absolutely. It is no slight towards them whatsoever, okay? And this is the other, people leave these stupid comments and go, I can't believe Jeremy said that. I'm so offended. And I can't believe George said that. I'm so offended. I'll never watch them again. Good, get lost.
So
We're referring to
my intake
one person.
on people that get offended by what I say. It's
cares?
none of my business whether you're offended or not.
And nobody cares.
I'm not going to lose sleep over it. So if you're offended, come back another day when you're in a better mood.
Or don't. I mean, we rather have the fun people than the people who think that their offense is out there for everybody.
I mean, I personally think we have an amazing
there.
community, so you can choose whether you want to be a part of it or not.
So when they go, I'm offended, how dare you say that?
I'm sure those people that are offended by what we said have 100% offended somebody at one point in time in their lives.
So I'm going to say something in tomorrow's video that is going to be there's going to be people going, I'm offended, I'll never watch you again. I share Victoria's secret.
If you're offended, blame Jeremy.
if you're offended by that.
D, if you're offended,
yeah,
blame
there you go.
Jeremy.
There's one for the calendar, Deanna. So if you're offended by what I say tomorrow about Victoria's Secret, Victoria Munsell has already said all of these things. All I'm doing is I'm sharing what she has said about herself. And that she sounds like a man, she looks like a man, she has fat cankles, she has a deep voice. She has posted this all over. It's on her YouTube. And I guarantee you there's going to be people going, I'm so offended, I'll never watch. It's one person I'm talking about. And they're the one that said it about themselves. And I'm sharing it, what they said.
It was her words.
So when I'm talking about laziness and live streaming, I'm talking about the walruses. I'm talking about these hideous, horrible, worthless people who bring nothing positive to a platform. All they bring is jealousy and hate and scamming.
Sure. And it's people that we would never, ever hang out with alone or off camera or ever in life.
Alone in a group, 500 feet away.
Ever. Like ever.
Now, Megan Fox, I'd hang out with her 7 days out of 6.
He'd have a six-pack from laughing so much.
I'd hang out with Tug 7 days out of all 6. I got to have Sunday as a day off for live streaming. But individuals like that, Larry Foreman, we got plans to hang out again, obviously, as well as you've seen
Chandler
in videos
too.
this
Chandler's
work. And
a lot
Chandler
of fun.
is a ton of fun.
Yeah.
These people are a ton of fun. And
Deuce, the dude has no personality. We would never, ever have
I don't know. All of his personality went straight into his nose, and it keeps growing from lying. More lies and more lies. So Stark actually shows up for his deposition after he claims computers are all broke, claims
he doesn't have a smartphone to hop online,
claims he can't send any documents in the deposition. Here's the funniest part, though. Claims he can't send any documents in the deposition. Can't send it. Computers are down, the whole deal. Yet he's attaching things to the court.
Interesting. But
Isn't that when all he has to do is attach it to an email to my legal office, yet he's sending attachments just fine to the court. Do you understand how that's going to blow up in his face in all this deposition? Wait, you claimed in your deposition you can't do these things, and yet you're doing it, and yet you still haven't provided the evidence.
Do you think he gave somebody their username and password, and that's how these materials are mysteriously being
You mean
uploaded?
like Linet did to the walruses, and now they're being sued in Ohio for third-party harassment, intimidation, and contact with the walruses? Isn't it interesting as well that the walruses, after I expose their record driving history, the main walrus, Lisa Repulsi,
the one with the suspended license,
knowing that
multiple
it's suspended,
times, multiple times, driving anyways.
But now, not sharing me, continuing to film every time I have to drive by. for my safety and accountability.
Yes.
And yet now we're not seeing that anymore. I mean, this was like their huge thing. Bombshell.
Bombshell.
Jeremy's driving by again.
Why haven't they filmed me driving by recording every day?
That's a great question.
Anyways, can we go back to Stark saying that his computers were down? Remember in the deposition, he goes, and I'm not lying about that. What lawyer says I'm not lying about that?
So if you're trying to tell us you're not lying about that, what is it that you actually lied about beforehand? That's the preface. When
it just
you say,
rolled off the tongue.
I'm not lying about that.
not
If you
lying
have to
about
say
that.
I'm not lying about that,
As a lawyer, especially as a lawyer.
You've already told lies.
Yeah.
Told lies. The biggest lie in that entire deposition. What's the biggest lie?
Who paid the legal fees?
Paid. Now, we already alluded to this earlier this week, that we had the evidence. And today, Shara releases the evidence. Shara releases the evidence.
You want to talk about a bombshell?
You want to talk about Trumps?
Blindsided?
You want to talk about blindside, aces high? You want to talk about that scale can't hold all of her weight on it? She's stuck in a truck.
You want to talk about a toilet that flushes?
Yeah, the toilet, that outhouse, that porta potty. It's only there for the event. Month and a half later, septic coming in to pump it out, or is the septic coming in to clean things up a little bit?
Definitely didn't come to pick it up. They came to flush it out. But
yeah, I guarantee you that thing is there because it's part of a case plan. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Sure.
That case plan
Cases
is
are still open.
And we have that
Which
evidence.
Shara
has released as well.
Those, yeah.
So they keep saying CPS cases or DCH or DCF, whatever it is. In Ohio, it's CPS. So down here, it's a different acronym. So they keep saying, it's closed, it's all closed. The governor is involved. Really? The governor is involved? That's why you have a septic truck coming in on your property, pumping a porta potty with a 5-year-old that doesn't use the bathroom, still in diapers. And then Lynette, this is the funniest part. No, I've got to go here first, because this is Lynette doing more debunking. Oh, bitch, by the way, I can't wait until this one is going to be in court. So right there, we can form our own club, the no-shows. How stupid can you be? From somebody who claims they have a family of lawyers, they're not getting very good lawyering right here. To Marley, to clarify, I notified Mr. Shockett that I wasn't going to go. And I told the process server I wasn't going, and I didn't go. I sat at home in my PJs. Considering she's so
Marla
big.
Marla
considering she probably can't even change her own clothes by herself. That might be a bit of an issue. Let's see.
So again, proving that she knew the deposition was scheduled that day, and then openly admitted she wasn't planning on coming.
All right, and then where is it? Is it in the other? I think it's in the other phone. We use one personal phone, one filming phone. So Lynette in the chat is literally saying, it's nobody's business when she's potty trained, except Lynette has made this everybody's business, posting it publicly. And then she admits the child still is in diapers.
So another thing that Lynette has done and posted publicly is the child almost half unclothed, showing the G-tube. Like, why would you expose a child that's so gross?
On the internet. On
so
Facebook.
Gross on the internet. Like, it was
so
her
sick.
Posting inappropriate pictures of the child showing the G-tube, and then getting a baby doll with the G-tube, and the child in her diapers. Like, just so disgusting and so gross, in hopes that people would feel bad and it would tug at your heart, and that you could donate towards her multiple GoFundMes.
Scamming for money. That's what it comes right down to. Scamming for money. This is the same woman who posts this child in diapers with poop running down the leg. And then when diapers are found discarded on Dead Dog Road because DCF is coming, then all of a sudden, Jeremy's a monster. He's posting pictures of my daughter. No, she posted pictures of her daughter.
Yes.
I reposted what she posted, proving she's a pathological liar.
Well, and what you posted didn't show the child's face the way she
showed
posted
poop
with
on the leg
face.
in
All
a
it showed
completely
was the leg.
and totally full diaper.
Correct.
Showing the complete and total gross miscare of this child in the most dangerous environment, probably here in Otter Creek. I mean, it is, and speaking about the dangerous
everyone
environments.
saw the dangers on the Florida wildlife body cam where she kept screaming snakes, nails, glass, and then the video that when you were driving by all the rotting food, you heard it
freezer
on the audio.
that she could have got suffocated in.
You heard the Levy County Sheriff saying, "What is all this food? What is all this rotting food back here?"
Because they weren't dumping it on Dead Dog Road anymore. They got caught and called out. Now they're dumping it on somebody else's property behind them, which that piece of property is up for sale. And
so again, if you have this sick child that's medically fragile and the Jeep tube needs to be cleaned all the time, why are they living in such squalor and just disgusting? It's just disgusting. Poor hygiene, it's disgusting. It's gross. And I've even said that you could smell their property from the road.
It's horrific.
Once you're on the road, on the property, which we've been on the property and we've had personal experiences, it's horrible.
So to be clear, the only reasons we were ever on the property, so that we're extremely clear. Number one, lied to me when they first got here, sent us an email at whatthehales@yahoo and said, "We're your new neighbors. Can we please bring the tractor over and help move a tree?" Complete and total lie. They weren't the owners. They didn't own anything. Had me trespassing without my knowledge. They had the knowledge. Lies. All lies. Then when we were actually here to try and get the in, to try and get close, to try and try and get what they can from us, it was always, I have food for your animals. I have food. We don't need food for the animals. We have food for the animals. To be polite, because that's what you do, unfortunately, with psychotic individuals, or they get even more psychotic, we would just go, okay, we'll stop over. And to the point where George told her, listen, all you do is complain every time we see you. All you do is say, life is so hard, you can't handle the child. Crook is an abuser, you can't pay your bills. And George goes, well, why don't you consider actually...
I said you have a lot on your plate. You weren't there to hear the conversation. I said you have a lot on your plate, and that because she kept complaining about how her electric bill was $900, and by the time
she's begging for money.
By the time she's done paying her bill, she doesn't have enough money to feed herself.
That's how she was begging for money. I have a $1,350 camper payment and the truck payment, and she's begging for money. That's backdoor begging for money. Pity on me, please give me money. And to the point where she just relentlessly would text us these horrific things that we'd never even read because they're so ridiculous.
Very lengthy.
Where I would go,
no punctuation.
I would go, George, I told her, I was like, it's your turn. You have to take one for the team. I cannot go over there and listen or see that woman again. I can't take it. It's too much. And George went over and took one for the team. And then George came back and went, I'm never going over there again. That woman is a creep.
Yeah, the feeling that I got when I was on that property is indescribable. Like I've never felt such anxiety before, and it was more of like a demonic experience. That's why I think she may be demon possessed, because I've never experienced it like that before, and in any situation like that.
It's insanity. So she was trying to get she would literally dump rotten food by our gate. We never, ever let them on any pieces of our property. Never set foot on one piece of property. You would dump food at the gate. Never trusted them from day one. So psychotic. And you just try and be nice. And
we're trying to be neighborly.
And then they're so horrific. And then you're telling them stop. And then you get a lawyer and they send a cease and desist. And then you get a civil protection order. And then you go to federal court. And do you think they're going to stop yet? No, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. Outside authorities are going to have to make them stop. So here's the biggest debunk. Debunk. Deuce goes on the walruses, right? And he's claiming, I don't know what he's talking about, trying to say Stark lied. Stark lied about a lot of things that we already have proof of in our deposition. This is why you ask questions in the deposition. You never ask a question that you don't already know the answer to. We have the evidence. It's right there. We know the answer. Now he's busted. So Stark is lying. There was many lies in that actual deposition. We have the evidence. We can, when it's time to release it, it'll be released. Many times we go, here it is, here it is, here it is. There are some things we hold back and we go, there will be a time for it. And today was the time to show that Stark lied about payment. because Deuce is the one that sent payment to Stark. Now, you may be going, does it really matter? Yeah, it really, really matters. Could you imagine a world where it was both ethical and legal, because what Deuce did was both unethical and illegal? Could you imagine a world where a lawyer goes, hey, you know what? I think you got a great case. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay your legal fees so we can go and try and get as much money as we can from this other person. I think Jeremy may be a multimillionaire. You know, Lynette has said over and over again, I'm going to get millions from him. Marla Hughes just keeps telling her, yeah, you're going to get the money and you're going to build a beautiful cabin with his money. And so could you imagine a world where it was both ethical and legal for lawyers to go hunt people down and go, hey, I'll give you the money and let's go sue them?
Remember she promised Landon and his girlfriend the money too, and the child.
A job. She told Landon I was going to hire him and give him a house. How insane. Never, ever, ever.
She's even texted Madam Mayor. Madam Mayor has proof that she's like, oh, Jeremy could teach Landon how to be well off and how to be fun employed and blah, blah, blah.
So let's get back on track to the biggest debunk. The biggest debunk ever. Deuce is literally on a live stream. What a freaking idiot. Dug a deeper hole for himself in court. So he's on a live. Oh, Stark's not lying. She paid him. Nope. Deuce paid Stark with a promise of fame and money and fortune, and Deuce getting his share and Lynette getting. He is a scammer scamming Lynette and Crook. He is a scammer scamming scammers. Not only is it unethical, it's illegal. Could you imagine a world, yet again, I'm going to state it again. Could you imagine a world where lawyers go out and recruit other people and go, here, I'm going to give you the money, go sue this person, and we'll get all this money together. We'll get fame. We'll get famous from it. There would be never-ending lawsuits. Never ending. You would never even get heard in the court when something real happens. Do you understand this? He's done. You can 100% guarantee this. He is done. Now, he may not lose his license tonight, but he's going to lose his license. He is done. You can call him denied, done, Deuce. Done. He has broken every ethical line there is. He has broken, I can't even count how many laws, just the ones that we know of, and who knows what else is going to come out of all of these depositions and out in the court system. He's done. And the way they're going to spin it tonight. Wait, hold a second. It was Deuce that said Stark didn't lie. It was the walruses going on and on, going, Jeremy said that we paid the bills. We already had the evidence. How dumb can you be? Seriously, how dumb can these morons be?
Well,
and every
that's
time
what makes them so dangerous is because they're so dumb.
And every time I put out the challenge, they continue to show us even dumber. Every time I put out the challenge, they find another felon. They find another fraudster. They find another scammer who jumps in on board and scams and frauds. It's a group of felons. He's going to lose his license. He's going to be held accountable in the court system. He's done.
Well, a lot of people, like I've said before, a lot of people have said that he's going to regret ever inserting himself into our lives from a completely different state.
And now he's saying, how dare Jeremy talk about my kids? Really? Really?
Were you the one who manipulated his kid to talk to him? And
still trying to reach out to my family. Yeah. You don't think they tell me about that? Oh, okay. How dare he talk about his child? I only know about one. So here's the funniest thing. I only know about one, but now I've seen in writing he says kids, plural. So apparently there's multiple. Now, the fact that any woman hasn't denied him at least 2 times just blows my mind. Blows my mind that he actually got some of the cookie and the nookie, okay? It blows my mind. I know you guys are all thinking the same thing, right? The fact that Lynette is stating that and you see this in Shara's video today as well, that Lynette is stating that Madam Mayor's husband was jealous because Lynette was sending heart texts to Mayor Zim. What psychotic individual thinks anybody is jealous. I mean, is she jealous because George is sitting next to me right now? The insanity. Okay, so Deuce now admits he has multiple kids. I had no idea. I didn't take the time to figure it out. I really could care less. The fact that his kids are going to have to grow up knowing that he is YouTube's biggest joke lawyer, and he will forever be that now. I feel bad for the kids.
Well, not only the kids, but his entire family.
Not as bad as I feel for the child that lives in third purgatory, because I have a feeling his are a little bit older and probably could do something about it, whereas that child is defenseless, frankly entrapped, even more entrapped now. The garbage, which was spread everywhere, has now been concentrated behind the curtains.
You still see it behind the curtains.
So she's not allowed past the curtain, per Lynette's words and Crook's words, all over the internet. And now she's concentrated even in more filth and more garbage and a porta potty and septic, and it just goes on and on and on. And so the aspect that he's now telling us he has multiple kids. All right, that's interesting. I never knew he was Jewish either. So
yeah, we had no idea. No idea.
So the funny part is him going. Now he's trying to go with the anti-Semitic aspect of it to an individual. He really should do his homework a whole lot better. He would know. I went to Bible college and I did a four-year degree in 2 years. Do you understand what that's like? With a double major in administration and Bible. I did 4 years of undergrad in 2 years, graduated with highest honors. Now, do you think Deuce is going to mentally out-strategize me? I doubt it. Now, I also did the same thing with my master's at a seminary. Now, who's that Bible about? Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews. You know what? Here's the thing with my friends. I don't even ask. I could care less. Are you Jewish? I don't care if you're Jewish, if you're not Jewish. I don't care what you are. I just care who you are.
Yes.
I could care less.
Very true. We don't care about the age, color, gender. If you're good people, you're good people.
And if you're bad people, stay out of my life.
Stay away from us. We would never hang out with us.
Don't stalk me. And this fool is a stalker. So the funniest part is we never even knew, but this guy's such an idiot.
We didn't know.
He didn't know that Randy and Doreen, our legal team, are Jewish.
And Larry.
And Larry Foreman, now good friend, and Chandler, now good friend,
that's right,
are
Chandler
Jewish.
Too.
Oh my goodness.
How dumb.
So he's hating on our legal team, which are Jews. Is that anti-Semitic? Is he being anti-Semitic? I think
so.
Deuce is being anti-Semitic.
I think he is.
He's hating and suing Larry. Is that anti-Semitic? I'm pretty sure that's anti-Semitic. Do you understand how stupid it is when you have nothing else left and you have to grasp at the bottom and go, oh, it's anti-Semitic? An individual who's devoted his life to the King of the Jews.
Well, Deuce doesn't know. Deuce also doesn't know for years. Something Jeremy and I do is we make fun of each other. We make fun of ourselves.
Our noses, particularly.
Mostly our noses. So Deuce obviously has no idea that we make fun of each other's noses. We make fun of each other. We make fun of ourselves. And Deuce doesn't have the ability to make fun of himself.
He's too much of a narcissist.
And that's how Lynette is. She doesn't have the ability to make fun of herself, which is why we would never get along with people like that. People that can't make fun of themselves, we're not interested in being friends.
So we never even know that he's Jewish, which is hilarious because he goes on the anti-Semitic thing. And he's being, would you guys all agree with me? He's being anti-Semitic to Randy, Doreen, to Larry, to Chandler. Would you agree with me? If he's going to say I'm anti-Semitic, what do you think he is? This is insanity. Now, I want to clarify. I don't think Deuce is anti-Semitic. I just think he's an idiot. He is stupid.
Yeah.
He's beyond stupid.
He showed his stupidness has been showing many times. Many times.
And you guys all know we even went to Egypt, and then we were going to do a holy tour as well, the Holy Land. Is that anti-Semitic? anti-Semitism. I'm pretty sure not. You've even heard George say she wants to get baptized in the Jordan River. Deuce has no idea what the significance of that is biblically. And from the King of the Jews, he has no idea what that means. By the way, Lynette, Otter Creek's pole dancing minister, has no idea what that means. None whatsoever. Okay, neither of these fools know anything about.
Gina says I make fun of myself all the time,
Gina's,
and that's why we love her.
She's hilarious. So
you have to be able to make fun of yourself.
The stupidity that is coming out of their mouths, and I guarantee you there's going to be so much more stupidity tonight because they just got debunked. Huge. Like Deuce is done. This you can put a guarantee mark on this. He's done for what he has done. You can't go and start paying lawyers on behalf of people and making these deals behind you can't do it. And yet this idiot puts
and then identifying himself as the lawyer of Miss Presto.
The famous.
Did you notice that her last name was spelled incorrectly?
They can't even spell her name correct
Presto.
on the filings. Presto, changeo, a name-o. I'm Ruby now. How incompetent can these fools be? And again, every time I say that...
Presto! Isn't that a spaghetti sauce?
Every time I say that, they prove the incompetence. I guarantee you there's going to be more, and there's going to be more, and there's going to be more. You would think at some point, if they actually, like Russ the Sus told my lawyer, my lawyer will be in contact with you.
And who would that be?
Deuce. Deuce has told them all, say this. All he's done is incriminated them. That's it. And then there's going to be a huge falling out and a huge fight. He's already been fighting with Lynette. Lynette's already been fighting with him. There's going to be this huge uproar because he's incriminated them even further. And they're going to be held accountable for this. You would think if they actually had lawyers, what's the first thing their lawyers are going to tell them to do? Everybody in the chat. A good lawyer, what's the lawyer going to tell them to do? Shut up.
No, but Bruce tells them to tell the planet.
Now, you're going, okay, Jeremy, but you have good lawyers and you haven't stopped talking about this. This is my life. This is what the Hales, this is what's happened in my life. And we went the quiet route. We went the stop this. We went the here's a cease and desist. We went here's the civil protection order. And none of it did anything. So accountability. And the state of Florida isn't protecting us. And our lives are in danger every day. If a camera isn't on, because this is our life, it's a vlog, frankly, when it comes right down to it. It's what the Hales. It is my life. Now, she's a part of it, but it's my life. And that's what I told Deuce in the deposition. Say my name, say my name, say my name, say it. It's what the Hales. It has nothing to do with what the Preston or Lacey or Alexis
Presto.
or Michelle or Ruby or any of these other psychotic names that she's given herself. It's my life. They interfered, they stalked, they defamed, they've extorted, they have interrupted our businesses. They continue, and this is the best part. They're reading orders from the judge, and they're going, the judge, Jeremy can't prove any of this. In their own chats, all I have is all the screenshots, and all I have to go, here's all the comments from their own chats, from their own live stream of what people have said. There you go, there's the proof. I mean, how stupid and incompetent can you be? Well, Shara even shared that Lynette said, well, I'm pissed because I asked him for $65,000. Shara's just the best witness. Now, the best witness. And I understand that some are upset saying, hey, Shara had all this information from the beginning and she's now just releasing it. And there's truth to that, okay? This is the same thing. I want to compare this because there are people going, look at John Crook, he's finally sober. He should have been sober the entire time. There's a 5-year-old there. How about we celebrate the people that are actually sober every day and they always have been sober? Why don't we look at them and go, hey, how are you winning? How are you succeeding? There's a 5-year-old over there and every day he was drunk and on pills. There's a 5-year-old. Now we're celebrating? No, that's not okay. No, it's never going to be okay that he was over there with a 5-year-old, which was a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. And pew-pews just laying around. Pew-pews everywhere. With the caps just laying around everywhere. And Lynette telling the world that he's a abuser. No, I'm not going to celebrate his sobriety. I'm not going to celebrate anything about him. He should have been sober the entire time. I'm going to celebrate the individuals that have been sober the entire time. And by the way, if there are those out there who you've been really working towards your sobriety, congratulations. I'm not talking about you. So if you want to get offended, hey, see your way out. Great. I'm talking about crook. I'm not talking about everybody who's sober. I'm not going to celebrate that fool.
So that is one thing that she said to me when I was on her property. She said she was going into how John is abusive towards her, and the whole time I'm thinking, well, why haven't you filed a restraining order on him? Why would you buy property 50-50 with him? Because she did tell him that in order to get rid of him, she had to pay him. She gave me a different number. Did you know that? She told me $65,000, and I looked at her. I was like, does he really have that much invested into this property? She goes, oh yeah, I would need that much to get rid of him. And I'm just, the whole time I'm thinking, if he's that bad, why wouldn't you file a restraining order on him or a protection order on him? So then it makes you think, like, well, is he really, or is this part of the scam that she just plays the woman that's in a bad relation, so people can feel bad for her and give her money too?
How about the scam that Shar shows in today's video, where Lloyd very, very pointedly tells Lynette, do not go into my camper. So Lynette breaks the law. That is a breach. That is a violation. That is a breaking of the law. She broke and entered. Okay? She filmed herself doing it as she's on the phone with Patty. Then gives the phone with Patty to the child. She films herself doing it. So she's breaking and entering. 100% illegal. She's already been told by Lloyd, do not go in my home. That is his home. He had specifically told her, no, you are not allowed to go in there. She break and enters. Now the video's released. Now Lloyd can press charges. This is great. Maybe somebody will do something here in Levy County. So she incriminates herself, films it all under Patty's instruction, right? Films it all. And then she goes on to say, it's so disgusting. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
As if Crooks isn't.
And then she takes the camera out of the camper, Lloyd's camper. You see all the filth everywhere, and goes into her camper, and it's 10 times worse. How in the world can these fools call somebody else disgusting when these fools live in complete and total filth and they're proud of it?
So wasn't there cash on the table?
Yeah. Yep. And Lloyd was missing cash when he pulled the camper.
Interesting, because they try to say that we ransacked his camper.
Yeah, the kids were gone.
Remember when they said that? That we ransacked it when he was here at the schoolhouse.
So
debunked.
Lloyd, so the kids are gone, meaning Landon, his boyfriend, his girlfriend, Tyra. So the kids are gone, and Lynette goes in with the camera. There's cash. So she she illegally breaks and enters into his home. There's cash in the camper. And then all of a sudden, there isn't. So, who took the money? So now do we have break, enter, and theft? I think we've got breaking, entering, and theft. The money is shown on the counter when the trespass 5, or we could call them the heroic 5, we could call them the Otter Creek Avengers, come in and literally save Lloyd's life. He's fearful that she's going to shoot him.
Or poison him.
Those are his
words. Those are his words.
It's the same to us. So she films herself breaking and entering, films the cash. Cash is gone when the camper is picked up. Kids were already gone. There's only 2 people on that property. To our knowledge, Lynette and the child. Now what's she going to do? Claim victim of the child? It was the child. It wasn't me. It was her. It wasn't me. Like she does with Crook. She blames everything on Crook. She blames everything on me. She claims that Madam Mayor Teresa's husband was jealous because she was texting hearts to Zim. Like the stupidity. Nobody is jealous to get anything from that woman. People want her as far away as possible.
She also said Landon's girlfriend was jealous of her. Remember that?
How sick. How sick.
She said
what?
that her grandson's girlfriend thought that she was going to make a pass on her own grandson.
How sick.
Like, disgusting. This woman's not right in the head.
That woman isn't right in any part of her body. How sick. How disgusting. How immoral. How. And here, Shara shows on video, Lynette's own video, of her completely and totally breaking the law, breaking and entering. Lloyd said no, she does it anyway under Patty's guidance, which Patty is all part of this lawsuit as well. Under Patty's guidance, she goes in, she films it, there's money, now there's no money. Anybody want to guess who took it? Anybody want to guess? At what point is Lynette going to start blaming Deuce for everything? Because Lynette is going to be held accountable for sanctions for both, not only the thumbnail suit, but also there's a summary judgment right now for the trespass 5, but it'll probably go for sanctions as well. I'll just straight up tell you it's going to go for sanctions as well. So you've got 2 lawsuits, frivolous, and isn't this funny how they want to say that I've done this all for content? I've done this all for content, and yet they're filing,
handing content to other content creators,
emailing them,
and
begging them to be a part of this, paying money to get them involved in this, illegally paying Stark instead of Lynette paying Stark. And is there going to be a live stream tonight on some?
Well, of course, because what other content would they come up with?
So what are they going to do? They're going to go on there and they're going to say, Germ lied about everything. By the way, it doesn't hurt me when they call me Germ. That's been my nickname since ever. My entire family very lovingly calls me Germ. It's always been Germ. And so my nickname has always been Germ. So I could care less. It doesn't make... Actually, I wouldn't care what they call me anyway. They don't matter enough in my life for me to care what they say. Now, I do like laughing at them, and I will hold them accountable for the illegal activity and the things that they've done. But other than that, Jerry's there. You got to go let Jerry in. Other than that, they don't matter.
I'll see you guys on Whatnot, where we're going to be giving away this tonight.
And the funny thing is they actually somehow, some way think that they do matter. They're not relevant. All they do is copy everything I say and do. You going to take this for the auction, or are you running it on your phone? So all they do is copy and try and be me. You want to be successful online, don't ever try and be somebody else. Be you. All you have to do is be authentic, be real. And let's talk about the aspect that Repulsi wanted to show her own stalking neighbor, which got no views whatsoever, so she had to jump on the What the Hale's bandwagon. And Deuce can't get anybody reputable to say anything on his behalf, so he has to scrape the bottom of the barrel to get the worst people possible. You know what? I'm a fan of the underdog. By all means, I'm a fan of the underdog. And I realize to some people this looks like a David and Goliath, and I'm the Goliath. Because people go, Jeremy's rich. I'm not rich. I'm blessed. People go, Jeremy has so much. I don't have so much. I'm blessed, and I give much away. And so people go, Jeremy's the Goliath, and Lynette's the David. No. Do you understand this woman? This woman has done this to so many people. One person was even put in prison by her false claims, by her lies. She has done this over and over again. Look at her track record everywhere she's lived. Look at all the husbands, 7 husbands. There's an issue there. An issue. Maybe Deuce will be number 8, because I guarantee you his wife is going to leave him after all of this. He's going to lose everything. This is the Goliath. A woman making false statements about men her entire life and getting away with it guilt-free. Stating that Madam Mayor's husband is jealous because she texts him. Stating that her own grandson, his girlfriend, is jealous because she's going to make a move on her grandson. This is the Goliath, the lies. Now, if Deuce had any knowledge whatsoever, or if Lynette had any knowledge whatsoever of what the Bible actually says, God equates the lying tongue to that of witchcraft. Oh, well, that's all right. They got witches on their team as well. Self-proclaimed witches with stones carved in the shapes of genitalia, and saying we're selling this on behalf of a child. Yeah, I got a pretty big issue with that. Huge issue. And if some old guy who's boneless and spineless and frankly, obviously suffers with so much dementia, it's ridiculous, wants to claim he's a Christian, yet he's supporting witches, Now, I already know what's going to happen in the chat. You don't understand witchcraft. There's good witches, there's bad witches, there's witches that believe in the Bible. Witchcraft is witchcraft. You don't justify it one way or the other. You either are for God or against God. I mean, figure it out. Come on. Figure it out. This stuff it's not difficult. So this is the insanity of what's going on that side. Deuce, yet again, debunked, complete and total lie, stark, complete and total lie, many lies, many of which we will share later in his deposition. Oh boy. If you didn't think the turd purgatory was going to hit the fan yet, what I mean by that is the equation of deuce, a dookie. You know, the dookie is hitting the fan. It's about to. Join us on Whatnot. We're giving away $100, and we're going to have a ton Disney. We're going to have a ton of Disney items tonight. We're going to have a ton of fun. There's even more. If you're not into Disney, we have a ton of other cool things as well. George and Jerry are already on Whatnot. You can jump in on the pinned comment. We're going to have a great auction, have a ton of fun. I want to meet you there. And if you want to help us with our legal fees, we're at $250,000 now. $250,000. I just paid another bill this month. We haven't even stepped foot in federal court yet for an actual hearing. There's going to be a whole lot more. All of our funding from the auctions goes towards our legal bills. Jump on over. We can't wait to see you there. Let's make sure justice comes soon. We'll see you over on Whatnot. Somebody's going to win $100.